making on your proposition quite clear, Lady Rose. I know exactly what you are doing, and I have no intentions of signing off my kingdom to a woman who slaughters her people for a fresh drink.
You stuck up, inconsiderate, rude.
I'm not the rude one here. I didn't come to the current ruler of the empire that you are a part of in an attempt to seduce him into making you his queen. My father may be gone, but I am not an idiot.
How dare you treat me this way? My mother...
The Blood Queen has no rule over my words. You vampires joined our empire 300 years ago and surrendered your power so we may help enforce the peace treaty between you and the Werelands. That treaty is within my grasp, and if I wanted to, I could burn it right now in front of you. No one in the world can stop me. I want you to exit that door and return north to those frozen lands of yours. If I see you within 30 feet of my castle again without a week's notice, I will have you burned at the stake at your kingdom and eradicated. I will not be mocked and treated as though I do not know what I am doing with the power I have been given. I know exactly what I wield, and I will use it to my full advantage, keeping it clear of any parasites that have come to take it for themselves in a ruse of smoke and mirrors.
You can't possibly...
Watch me.
Ah! Out of my way, you stupid servant boy.
I thought I told you to... servant boy, Many apologies, I didn't... I thought I told you not to disturb me while I work. By taking over the Dark Empire, I have many duties, and I am not to be disturbed. Dinner? Postpone it. I still have to finish this letter to the Elven Province about the request for a shipment of extra iron resources. I don't care that I postpone lunch and breakfast as well. If I do not tend to these needs of the entire country, it will suffer shortages, whether that be food, taxes, housing, or a number of other things. I do not believe you grasp the importance of this. You make a good point. Not eating may affect my intelligence and sense for deciding important matters. Very well, you've convinced me. Perhaps I should get a better eating and sleeping habit. Right after I finish the letter to the Elven Province, of course. Oh, don't worry about it. I'm almost done with it. Here, sit. Perhaps reading it aloud to you will help me with my indecisiveness. Now, let's see. Where did I put it? Ah, yes. Here it is. It has come to the Dark's attention that you request extra aid with our natural resources of iron for your toolmaking. Although, through much careful thought and debate, we have decided to deny your request without taxation. If you are to consider taxation, your request may be reconsidered. I've been considering raising taxation laws in the Elven Province. They supply us with a large amount of crops, wood, and food, but they are quite low in their mining supplies. It costs a deal in shipment, considering we get the iron supplies from over in the Werelands. Quite a trek. Why on earth would you ever insinuate such a thing? I've actually eradicated the frivolous taxes set in place by my father to gain expenses for his frivolous parties. The taxes I put in place are not without purpose. Besides, the claim of them needing the iron for tools isn't true. I know very well they melt it down to create statues for their deities. No, I haven't a problem with it. It's heavily ingrained into the elven culture that they worship a large array of gods. I believe there are 13 of them. The only problem with that is these statues are quite large. They lie in order to get the tax cut that my father put in place a long time ago. It applies specifically to essential shipments, so that way the kingdoms pay less for what they actually need. It's a good idea in theory, but my father failed to see that in their requests, people do in fact lie. Running an empire is cutthroat. All the kingdoms I rule wait for me to make even the smallest mistake. A single slip up and they'll rip me apart and consume me like hyenas. I keep them in their place and keep it running all smoothly. The woman. Ah, yes. Your assumptions are correct. She was attempting to rise in power. Unlike my father, I do not fall to the batting of a pair of eyes. Keeping the people of this empire well cared for is my top priority. My, that's quite a personal question, don't you think? Oh, I jest. Yes, I will marry. I plan on marrying so I can create an heir before I pass on. That, or in case my father does something stupid and I have to offer myself up for marriage to save the empire. Marry for love? My dear boy, I was born without that privilege. I live my life and lay down my every right to keep the rights of the people like you safe. I fight wars, I arrange marriages, I create taxes, laws, and everything else your class encounter to ensure that you may live a life where you may make any decision you wish. You look surprised. Why? You didn't think I'd fight for such a noble cause. Endearing? I'd hardly call that endearing. It's what I was born to do. This empire will not function otherwise. Well, that's very sweet of you to say. Thank you. Hearing your gratitude makes me feel happy. I, apologies, what was I doing again? Ah, yes, of course, the letter. Hmm. You know what? Perhaps it can wait for a moment while I eat my dinner. Shall we, servant boy?